Guys, so today's video is a review and wear test of the new L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. It has Ensolizole, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, sunscreen, which has a broad spectrum SPF of 19. And it also has aloe vera and witch hazel. And the back of the package here says, awaken fresh glow with luminous coverage, 24-hour hydration. So I purchased this from Ulta during their Diamond Platinum Day. They had an early release for Platinum members, I think it was. I think this will be launching this coming week at Ulta. So as soon as the product is available, I will put a link to it. I paid $16.99 for this foundation. Drugstore products at Ulta tend to be a little bit more marked up than they might be at like Target, or if you have a coupon or discount at your local drugstore, you might be able to get a better deal at it there. But as far as I know, you will be able to purchase it at Ulta fairly soon. So this is a squeezy tube bottle. It has these like little kind of water droplets in the plastic, and it has a nozzle like so. You can see. So I will show you the application of this product, some comparison swatches, hopefully get some natural daylight pictures. I've closed the blinds that the lighting is a little bit more even, but I have kind of corrected the white balance, so hopefully it's fairly true to color. And then finally, I will check in at the end of the day to let you know how it wore. So if that sounds good to you, please keep watching, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button down below. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Corrector in the shade 1. And I think I already want a mirror. So I haven't applied any sort of primer. I applied my usual skincare. I cleansed my face. I applied a vitamin C serum and a moisturizer and sunscreen. So if I'm using a normal foundation, I've been using the Glossier Future Dew, but because this is a different type of product, I wanted to see how it performed on its own. Okay, so corrector is on, and this is the shade Fair 01. It has an SPF of 19, so I used, I think, an SPF of 30 underneath. And then it says it is a water-infused tinted moisturizer with aloe vera and witch hazel. And on the back here, it says it's an expiration of, I think, 09/2022. And the sunscreen, it's a chemical sunscreen. I believe it's Ensolizole, 3.5%. I've never, I think, seen that before. So that is a little nozzle like so. And I'll do some comparison swatches. I don't think they described what the shades are, like what the undertones are on the Ulta website. So you can see I have a few little friends here that popped up, so we'll see how well that covers. But I think this is the lightest shade. Try and do maybe half my face first. Alright, I think I need a little bit more product. When I first squeeze it out, it looks a tad yellow to me. But part of the beauty of a tinted moisturizer is that it's not as full coverage, so you can kind of get away with a less than ideal shade match. So I'd say it's light coverage, but it's definitely not like non-existent. So depending on your preferences. It doesn't seem like it's very emollient. Like, my skin feels comfortable right now. I don't know if it's going to become uncomfortable as the day progresses, but I think it's a pretty natural finish. And like I said, light coverage. So hopefully you can kind of see that's the side that I just applied. And that's the other side. So I'll go ahead and apply more. And just to give you an idea of some other shades that work well for me, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation in the shade Fair 20N I think is a really good shade match. And I'll show you some other tinted moisturizers that I've used. And I'm just using my fingers. I think it works pretty well with fingers. Let's see, I can probably grab, I don't think I'd recommend using a sponge necessarily, because sponges, just by nature of the moisture that they have, tend to shear things out a little bit. And with a tinted moisturizer, you kind of want to hang on to what coverage you have generally. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I think that blended in pretty well. All right, so I will apply the rest of my makeup and then show you some comparison swatches. All right, so the eye makeup is on. I kept it pretty simple. I just used the ABH Clear Brow Gel. I used the Fenty Eye Primer, the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. I used Luxe all over, and then what is this? Stranger and Stone Age in the crease, I think, and then So Fine all over the lid. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this palette. Like, I like the look that I got out of it, but I think quality-wise, I don't end up reaching for ColourPop shadows because I have other options that I prefer. So that is what I used on my eyes, and then I had the Pixie. All right, I don't know where it ran off to, but I was just using the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen in Matte Mulberry. I have these two other shades, but I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Matte Mulberry for the eyeliner, and then I have the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes. And I've set my under eyes using the Hourglass Veil translucent setting powder. I was curious how the finish would kind of set if I gave it a few minutes, so I will zoom in just a touch. I don't have any concealer on my face, just underneath my eyes, so you can kind of see that blemish there poking through. And I haven't set the face at all. I don't have any powder products on. But I am going out and I'm going to be wearing a mask, so I think in the interest of longevity, I have dry skin, so I think there's a nice kind of natural look to this right now, but I think because it is a slightly warm day as well for November, it's I think in the 70s, I want to give this kind of the best chance. So I think I might actually switch the powder that I'm using. I'm going to use the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder from Charlotte Tilbury. I have the shade 1. So okay, so that definitely took down the shine. This is a pretty like dry skin friendly powder if you haven't tried it. All right, so here are the comparison swatches I promised. Going from left to right, the shade closest to my wrist is the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Fair 01. The next shade is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And this is the shade Terre Neuve or Light Zero. The next one is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And that is in the shade Opal 01. You can tell that's the pinkiest of the ones I have to show you. The L'Oreal is definitely the warmest shade here. And then finally there is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer in Fair 1N. So that's the lightest shade. I have worn both the NARS and the Bare Minerals several times. In fact, the Bare Minerals used to be my kind of go-to going to work light coverage face product. I haven't tried the Fair 1N yet, so I don't know how that looks on my face, but I just received a trial size of it from ColourPop, so I thought I would put that on my arm to show you. I may have some other tinted moisturizers that I haven't dug out of my collection, so if you have a specific request, let me know and I'll let you know if I can provide any comparison swatches. Okay, so it's about 3 o'clock, which is a bit of a late start, but it's a Sunday afternoon. So I can probably keep this on at least 7 hours today, and like I said, we will be going out shortly and I will be wearing a mask so I can report back. It is light coverage to begin with, so I don't think any wear will be as obvious. And I'll also try to get a picture in daylight for you all. But first impressions, I think it looks pretty good, and even though the way it's swatched on my hand was a little scary, I think it actually works fairly well for someone who's more neutral to cool toned. Alright, so that's it for now, and I'll check back with you guys later. Alright, so it's 10:30, so I've had a solid 7.5 hours of wear with this foundation, or tinted moisturizer I should say, and I'll go ahead and zoom you in. So I reapplied my lip gloss, but as you can see, I'm looking a little shiny actually, and again, I do have dry skin, and I think more than anything, I just have that feeling of I'm ready to take my makeup off. I will go ahead and touch up a little bit just so you can see how that looks. So I think it still looks pretty good. Again, because it's a lighter coverage product, you aren't going to get as obvious a wear as you would with a higher coverage product. I will show you, that is the inside of my mask that I was wearing earlier. So, not terrible. I feel like if anyone watched or has watched the foundation videos that Angie, Hot and Flashy, does, I know she used to like hold up a cell phone to her face to see what the transfer was, and I feel like a face mask is kind of the new test of that. I think this is just your standard 100% cotton. I'm not entirely sure. I also was wearing some sunglasses earlier, and there's a tiny bit of product on the nose bridge, but really I don't think it's that bad. I don't know how much product I actually got on my nose versus like concealer, but I think it definitely wears fairly gracefully. So I will do one more swatch comparison because I got out the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator, which I had forgotten about. So I will do that and just wrap up at the end. So from left to right is the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer in Fair 01. The next one is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer SPF 30 in Light Zero Terra Nueve. The next one is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream SPF 30 in Opal 01. The next one is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer in Fair 1N. And then the last three are all the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. The first one is 10N Fair Neutral. The next one is 13N Fair Light Neutral. And the last one is 13B Fair Light Beige. And the first 5 you're seeing on my arm are all the lightest in those products. So the last 3 are all the Tarte Maracuja, and the first of those is the lightest shade that they offer in that product.
Okay, so this is the next day, and it looks like the Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer is on the Ulta website for everyone. And it says it is a new product that's only at Ulta, so it looks like for the time being that you will only be able to purchase it from Ulta. Retails for $16.99, and there are 12 different shades. There are 3 in the fair category, 3 in the light category, 3 in the medium category, and then 3 in the deep category. And it doesn't have any information about the undertones, so I guess you'll just have to do the best you can based on the website swatches. This is the deepest shade here, to give you some idea. And it looks like the model is the same for all of these different shades. I'm not sure which shade she's wearing, but that doesn't really give us any more information. And it says here, take your skin to paradise with the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water-Based Tinted Moisturizer featuring lightweight natural coverage plus 24-hour hydration for a fresh, glowing complexion. This unique formula offers a 70% water-infused blend with aloe vera plus witch hazel. It is suitable for sensitive skin, oil-free, and won't clog pores. So it says here the key benefits: it's infused tinted moisturizer with broad spectrum SPF 19 for lightweight natural coverage and up to 24-hour hydration, awaken fresh glowing complexion, 70% water infused blend with aloe vera and witch hazel, and it says oil-free, won't clog pores, and suitable for sensitive skin. And here we have the instructions for the sunscreen coverage. I don't think most people will reapply a complexion product like this, so it's best to put a different sunscreen underneath if you are going to be out in the sun. And for the ingredients, here is the chemical sunscreen that they're using. And then the cosmetic ingredients, it's water, glycerin, a lot of silicones here. And then about halfway down we see the aloe vera, the witch hazel. There is fragrance. There is alcohol. I'm not sure if that's denatured alcohol or some other type. Sodium hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid. We have limonene and citronellol. So some fragrance oils, vitamin E, and then at the very bottom here, I thought it was interesting, they include ginger root extract. I'm not sure what this is exactly. There is cinnamon bark extract, and then citric acid. And then it also says it may contain titanium dioxide and iron oxides for the pigments. So if you do have sensitive skin, I would recommend taking a close look at these ingredients so you can determine for yourself whether or not they will irritate your skin. I wouldn't necessarily rely on their claim that it is safe for sensitive skin. So that is the listing on the Ulta website.
So that's all I have to say about this product. I think it is worth trying out, and I hope you guys found this review helpful. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon.